How do you go from a few sketches on index cards to a fully functional published TCG? That's what I've been trying to answer with this series, and after 8 months, GoblinBlitz is almost ready for sale on the Game Crafter. But before that can happen, there's a lot I still need to finish up. Starting with something I've been putting off ever since I first designed the starter decks, and those are the legendary monsters. I finally finished the arts for all 5 of them that are in the starter decks, so now we have the 4 rebel leaders, Gruck, Ori, Lelia, and Gash, all of which feature in the rebel deck, and then we also have the main villain of GoblinBlitz himself, the fallen god and creator of the mutants, Excelgear. I tried to spend a little extra time on his artwork, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It really makes him feel like this ancient being who's controlling everything from behind the scenes. With those 5 out of the way, I've actually finished all the art for the starter decks. It's kind of crazy because it feels like it's been forever, but yeah, all 42 artworks are now complete. After that milestone, I did take some time to step away from the starter decks and start thinking about what's to come after that. I had always sort of planned to release GoblinBlitz with a full booster set like a typical TCG, but with how long these decks took me, that does feel a bit ambitious. That's why I sort of wanted to propose an alternative to see what you guys think about it. Because let's be honest, booster packs can kind of suck. I mean, they're cool and all, don't get me wrong. They're super fun to open and like collect cards. But that's not really the direction I feel like I want to go in for GoblinBlitz. I mean, this game has never really been about collecting. The only reason there are even rarities is just to limit how many copies you can have of powerful cards. It's really the gameplay I'm proud of, and I want you all to be able to enjoy that without spending tons of money on randomized packs. So here's my new idea. I'm going to explain it by showing you the first prototype of it, which also includes some cool new cards I've been working on. Let me introduce you to Beast Rampage, which is going to be the first of many expansions to GoblinBlitz that will be available on the Game Crafter. It's basically like half a deck with 30 cards total, 15 tactics, and 15 monsters. That's including duplicates. Each one will only include about 10 unique cards. But they'll all show a different archetype, while also including some more generic cards to support deck building. And all the archetypes will be sort of designed to mesh well with each other. Like, the point is for it to be a jumping off point for deck building, not like a completely pre-constructed deck. This way I'll be able to expand the game much quicker. I mean, like, I've already done all the art for the beast, and I'm working on a Grumpkin one as I'm making this video. And it'll also hopefully make deck building a lot more accessible and cheap, because you can just buy it once and get all the cards, and there won't be any like randomized booster packs where you're not sure if you're going to get the cards you need. Anyways, that was just sort of my idea for making the game going forward. But this is all still up for debate, so please share your thoughts in the comments if you have any feedback. Of course, if I do want to release these starter decks anytime soon, I'm going to need to do some more playtesting to make sure the cards, and more importantly the rules, aren't totally broken. So, if you couldn't tell from the mess here, I did a bunch of playtesting today. One of my friends came over and we played for like a solid 4 hours. Just like testing different deck combinations and rulings and stuff. And we actually came up with a ton of really good changes for the rules. I thought I had a good outline of the rules going into it. Turns out there were actually a ton of changes I needed to make. So I'm glad I did that. I took a bunch of notes off those playtests. All that playtesting was actually really productive because we ended up coming up with 2 pretty important rules changes. Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth about them right now, because, to be honest, the rules are kind of a mess at the moment, and I really need to iron them out a little bit more before I can do a full rules video, which I will make at some point before release, I promise. But basically, we just altered the turn structure so that players, like, switch between who goes first for each step of the turn, just to kind of balance it out a little bit. And we also added a rule that monsters can't take any actions during combat on the turn they enter, so it sort of limits like those fast aggressive playstyles a little bit. I also did some more general changes like stat line nerfs for a lot of the bigger monsters, and I made some like slight ability tweaks. I may have reworked Scavenge for the 4th time, but it's good now, it should be fine. But yeah, that's most of what I've been working on. Next thing I have to do is just like some formatting stuff to make sure the cards fit the Game Crafter template. And I have to make some designs for packaging and card backs. Oh, and join the GoblinBlitz Discord server. The link is in the description. If we get enough people, I'll try and set up an online playtest event. Although it will be a bit difficult since GoblinBlitz doesn't really work on untap.in, which is like the major platform for that stuff. But if we hit like 50 members, I'll figure something out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.